I got a question here. I hope someone can help me answer. I've posted a video a while back and I did not realize it would get so many views. Mr. Paul Harold, God bless him. He seems to do his pretty good breakdowns. But, you know, unfortunately, I am not Mr. Paul Harold. I am not very well spoken. I'm kind of just winging this, and there is no cameraman behind me. It's just me. But, if you're going to stick with me through this, I'd appreciate if someone could help me with my Rossi revolver. And, help me explain what happened here. Um, I've come to the understanding that some ultralight revolvers shouldn't use rounds under 158 grains, if I remember right. My nephew has a Smith & Wesson revolver, and it says right on it not to use it. And the problem I came in was with my Rossi revolver here. We're all clear on that. But it's stamped 357 Magnum, and I got a box of, which I can't remember. I remember it was Winchester white box from Walmart, which I really can't get anymore. And I don't believe it was that protruding when I got it out of the box. Now, if I do this ever so gently so I don't jam my revolver again, that jammed my revolver. We can see that bullet peekabooing through there. Now, I am not sure if it was a defective round, if the bullet crimp was bad, or if it was the limp wristing from me shooting it and holding it, and the round it being so snappy, being a 357, maybe that made it protrude. But then I'm finding out that, these snub-nosed revolvers have a lot of kick to them, and that, certain ammo shouldn't be used in it, which, I just looked up on the Rossi handgun, and I found the handgun manual for this particular gun, and it says to use 158 grain bullets, which I find very interesting. Now, if we go over here to this replica gun that I got out of my uncle's, which I don't know if I could show that right. Probably got to do it bad and point it to me just to clarify with y'all. We're not playing with loading guns here. But if we take the same bullet, the one that was jamming it, and I drop it in the cylinder, it's not poking through. And this is the same thing, a 357. So I just find it very interesting that this thicker revolver has a little bit longer cylinder than my Rossi. So is the reason because of the recoil, or because with these smaller frame revolvers you have a smaller cylinder, so therefore it's less likely, less room for you to have that leeway of bullet crimp, I guess would be, or bullet creep, I guess would be the proper terminology for this thing. And this is where they say to test your gun with your ammo. Because if I would have put this full metal jacket in that Rossi revolver and I would have went out, I think I got like 3 or 4 rounds in it, and the gun just completely locked up. So I think I was like halfway through the trigger pull, if I can do this right. Nope, I ain't gonna do it. But the gun, it was like that. And that was probably one of the worst things I've ever had to deal with, because my gun's locked up, the trigger's not pulling, the cylinder's not pulling. I'm downrange, like, what's going on here? But it's just something to consider, that you may put a bullet in your gun, and maybe it's not seated properly, maybe the ammunition's bad, maybe the recoil kicked it out a little bit, and it could cause your revolver to jam. Maybe not so much of the problem as in this cowboy gun, because that just sits there. The only thing I have out at the moment that I'm willing to pull out is a Plus P 38 Special, which is a little bit longer than a 38 Special. But yeah, I don't know if I should stick with 357 guns and putting 38 special in them, or if maybe it doesn't matter so much in this one because it's a heavier revolver, longer barrel, less recoil. So therefore, maybe it wouldn't matter as much. When you get into this one, though, this is a steel frame revolver. This does have quite a bit of weight to it, but with those 357 rounds, it is quite snappy. And I've learned my 357 accuracy in this gun sucks. 38 special, it gets a lot better. I prefer 38 plus P out of this particular gun. Really, what I used to prefer was 38 special plus P soft jacketed hollow points, I believe it was called. I used to get them at Walmart all the time, but unfortunately in this day and age, can't get that particular ammo anymore. And I don't like going to a lot of the gun stores around here, so really my only option is to start buying ammo offline. So, yeah. And the gun stores, I guess they're fine. It's just, I have guns. I'd like to buy more guns, but I don't need to go to a gun store and buy a gun every time I go there. It's just nice to go there and maybe do what I used to do at Walmart. Buy a box or two of ammo, look around, and then go home and be happy. Some of us can buy, thousands of rounds of ammo at one time. Others of us, 50 or 100 rounds of ammo. If that's all we can afford, that's all we can afford. But if every other week or every couple weeks you go buy a box of ammo, by the end of the year, you got a little bit of a stash. And it's better than nothing. But y'all be safe if you stuck with me this long. Hopefully I can get a better answer, which I think the answer that I'm leaning towards is that bullet is under 158 grains, which means it shouldn't have been in this revolver to begin with. And yeah, revolvers can jam. Don't let anyone fool you or, play jokes on you. Revolvers can jam. But y'all be safe out here. Have fun. This thing's just a paperweight at the moment. But yeah. Thank you for listening.